Hi, I'm Linda Matthews, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make your own printable ticket embellishments with these easy-to-use junk journal templates. The template set includes a set of files in PNG format, together with a set of Canva frame templates. The templates can be used in a photo editing program such as Photoshop, Photoshop Elements, or photopea, and also Canva. There are two different ticket sizes, one set at 1 inch wide by 2 inches high, and one set at 1 1/4 inches wide by 2.5 inches high. You can find a link to the templates in the description below. These ticket shapes make fun embellishments that you can use in all your junk journals. And you can use the templates over and over again using different digital papers to create your own unique embellishments. To get started designing using the PNG format files in Photoshop, Photoshop Elements, or photopea, open one of the main shapes templates. There are two templates to choose from, one with a vintage style border and one with lined edges. I'm using the one with lined edges. Next, add the inner shapes template and move it to a layer above the main shapes template. To add the digital paper to the template document, you can use the menu commands to select Copy and Paste. Or you can simply drag it out of the frame and onto the template document. Finally, add the inner frame template and move it to the top layer. Add a digital paper and move it to a layer underneath the main shapes layer. This will create the outer edge of the tickets. You can resize and move the paper around and even use multiple papers. Add another digital paper and move it to a layer above the inner shapes layer. Now you have to clip this digital paper to the layer below. To clip the paper, right-click on the layer and from the sub-menu select Create Clipping Mask. This creates the main center sections of the tickets. You can use one digital paper or several digital papers and move them underneath the different size sections to make coordinating embellishments. To finish the design, you can change the color of the inner frame to coordinate with the color of your digital papers. To do this, select the inner frame template. Click on the Create a New Fill or Adjustment layer and select Solid Color. Click OK to close the dialog box and then clip the color adjustment to the inner frame layer. Then double-click on the color adjustment and select the color for the inner frame. You can use the color picker to pick up one of the colors on the background papers or select the color manually. Using one or two patterned papers, or papers with an interesting design, is a quick way to make these ticket shapes. However, you can also easily create different designs within each individual ticket shape. Add a digital paper and move it to a layer underneath the main shapes layer. This is the outer edges of the tickets. Add another digital paper and move it to a layer above the inner shapes layer. Then clip this digital paper to the layer below. Resize the paper and position the design so that it fits within the ticket shape. I'm using pages and papers from the recent Printables Club kit titled The Celestial Archives. However, you can use any printable kit or papers. If there's any unwanted overlap of the papers onto other sections of the template, simply add a layer mask and hide the overlap. To add a layer mask, select the layer, then click the layer mask icon. Select the brush tool and the color black, and then brush over the overlapping area that you want to hide. Add the next paper and move it to the layer above the last paper you added, then clip it to the layer below. Resize it to fit within the ticket shape and add a layer mask if necessary. Continue adding background papers in this way to fill each of the ticket shapes. Once you've finished designing, save the file and print it out onto good quality cardstock. You can print directly from your software program or save the file in JPEG format for printing at a later time. As well as designing in programs like Photoshop, you can also design these ticket shapes in Canva using the Canva frame templates. To get started, log into your Canva account. Then click the link to the Canva template. You can find the link in the document that's included with your download. When the browser page opens, click the View Template button. The Canva template includes the main ticket shapes and the inner shapes frame templates. In addition, you need to upload the digital papers that you want to use, as well as the inner frame PNG template. To upload, you can use the Upload Files button and select the files from your desktop, or drag the files out of the folder and drop them onto the Canva editor. To add the files to the template, click on the thumbnail that you want to use. Then reposition the digital paper until it snaps into place on the frame template. Once you've added the background paper to the ticket shapes frame, do the same for the inner frame. On the inner frame page, select the frame, right-click on the frame and select Copy. Move to the Ticket Shapes page and right-click on the frame and select Paste. Click on the inner frame PNG template thumbnail that you uploaded and resize to fit the template. Be careful it doesn't snap into the Canva frame. You can then change the color of the inner frame. Click the Edit button and select Duotone. Select the Custom option and then click on the Shadows color dot. Now you can select the color for the inner frame. Once the design is completed, you can save it to your desktop. Click the Share button and then Download. Select the file type PDF Print and make sure to check Flatten PDF. Then click the Download button.